Hi everybody, my name is Jody and I am doing this tutorial on the recommendation of my husband. He said that I should make videos of myself along the way for reference or possibly to help somebody else. I have been on a weight loss, physical transformation for the last 3 months, not just physically but on mentally as well. Kind of to give you a little background, I have dealt with anxiety my entire life. I can't remember not having it. Had it in school, had it in my earlier years. It's affected relationships with boyfriends and just about anybody I've come into contact with. So the last 3 weeks as well, I have sought out a counselor, and I am just in the beginning stages of that, something I've never really done. I take medication for anxiety, and I've taken that for years, and I don't want to take it anymore. I just don't want to do it. I guess I just said enough is enough. I don't know, I guess, my entire life I was always a people pleaser, and sometimes I still catch myself doing it. But I was always taught that you don't speak up for yourself. You do what makes other people happy. You be the good kid, the good person, the good this and that, which is fine. However, I needed a bit of a backbone also. I needed to be able to speak up for myself, and I still do sometimes. I needed to learn to say no. If somebody asked me to go do something and I didn't want to do it, I would go do it and complain about it when I got done because I didn't want to go. And I was mad at them, and I was mad at this person, that person, and really I have myself to be mad at. I should have said no. No, I just don't want to go. But anybody that's a people pleaser will understand exactly what I'm talking about, that it's really, really hard to break that. I take Effexor, 150 milligrams a day, and it keeps down my anxiety, but I don't want to take medication anymore. I don't want to do any of that. 3 months ago, I decided I was going to get healthy physically, and I started walking almost daily, and I just started going around the block, and then it's got up to about 4 miles a day now. I am going to start learning how to run and conditioning myself physically to do that. And I'm sure that's going to take me a while to do that because I am not in shape whatsoever. But that is my goal. That is what I want to do. And I want to do kind of a blog of my journey because I don't remember ever growing up meeting anybody like me. I always felt like I was alone. I was always the kid in school that kind of sat in the back of the class and, watched all the, popular kids in the front and just admired them and, wished that I was them and all that stuff. I just want people to be able to understand, and even myself, I'm going on this journey. This is scary as hell for me. I am being totally honest, and I'm not hiding anything during this. And even on the blog, the videos that I'm doing, I am going to be completely honest with you. Good days, bad days, other. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what I'm going through and how it is, because if I can help somebody become who they really are and not have to hide behind kind of like a shell of what other people expect them to be, then it'll all be worth it. And I'm sure there's going to be people that aren't going to like this, but I really don't care. I really don't at this point. You get to a point where you're just exhausted. You're just exhausted. You can't like pretend anymore. You're over it. And that's where I am. 3 months ago, I hit that wall and I said, you know, I don't want to live like this anymore. I have an 8-year-old, and, you know, growing up, I had parents, and I'm sure they did the best that they could, but they were not there. They were absent. They were kind of consumed in their own lives. So, you know, during like band and, you know, stuff like that I was really actively in, and something, you know, at the time I really cared about, it was huge to me. You know, they weren't there. And my poor daughter now, she's, you know, she can't beat me out of her school. I am there for everything, and I volunteer for everything, and I make sure that I'm involved in every aspect of her life, and she's 8, but it doesn't just stop there. I have to get okay with me because she's watching everything I'm doing, and I want her to have a backbone. I want her to be able to tell people, no, I don't want to do that, or be able to deal with peer pressure. I started smoking at a very young age because, again, I was a people pleaser and I didn't want to say no. So I started smoking, and thank God I gave that up. I gave that up about 8 years ago, and it's part of my weight gain now. But I want her to be able to say no. Not only no, but hell no, I am not going to do this. But she can't do that if she has a mom that is teaching her how to, you know, not stand up for herself because her mom doesn't stand up for herself. So this isn't just for me, it's for her. It's for everybody around me. It's for my husband. It's for my older daughter. It's for anybody watching this that is sitting there and feel totally alone and feel like they just want to give up. Don't give up. Rear up and just say, no, this is my life, and you only have one. We only have one, and when this is over, we're nobody really knows, you know, what happens, and we have to do the best we can while we're here and help each other, you know. And right now, I don't have it together. This is my first video. I am still a hot mess. I started this 3 months ago. I've lost 30 pounds so far, and I am still, you know, I'm still working on everything. It's still very hard. In the process of this, I've given up diet soda, and I drank diet soda like crazy. I thought that if I drank diet soda, it was okay because it was diet, and I had no idea what I was doing to myself. I walked around every day kind of like in a fog, and I thought it was my medication, so I went to my doctor. We adjusted, we did this, we did that. It just wasn't seeming to help. It was getting worse and worse all the time. And then I started getting like headache and kind of like above my eye. It was just like one eye. So of course the anxiety kicks in, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got a brain tumor. I've got this and that going on. I start freaking out thinking, what am I going to do? And so I just started doing research, and for what I'm telling you, if you have anxiety, do not Google symptoms. Don't do it. But I started Googling symptoms, and it said one thing about diet soda: it is not good for us. It is terrible. And I don't want to be one of those fuddy-duddy people saying, you know, don't drink this, don't do that, because, you know, everything is, you know, the chemistry of our bodies are different, and everything works different for everybody. But for me, I just put it down. I said, you know what? No, if I'm going to do this, I'm all in. So I quit diet soda, and the first 2 days I walked around with a bottle of ibuprofen in my hand. It was horrible. I kind of like took to my couch like I was going through a really bad breakup, and I just I felt like somebody had died. I physically and mentally was a mess. And I think day 3, I kind of started feeling a little bit better, and I thought, you know what? I almost reached for a diet soda, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give it at least 7 days. I'm going to see if it, makes a difference, what the difference is. And I think it was like day 4 or 5, I started feeling a lot better, and I had an increase of energy, which was strange because I didn't have the caffeine. So I talked to a friend, and he recommended that I start taking a multivitamin because I was watching what I ate, and I don't eat a lot of red meat at all, so I didn't want to start getting tired, and I was really working out. So I added a multivitamin to my diet and a B12 complex. I also drink about 90 ounces of water a day, which is, I'm telling you, I did not drink 1 ounce of water a day. I figured my water was in my diet soda, and that was good. I was good with that. Or any drink that I drank, the water was in there, so I was good. I was shocked at how much better I felt. And I hear all these fitness gurus talk about this, and they're like, I run 2 miles a day and I do this and do that, and I feel better than I ever have. And I thought it was all in their head. I thought these people are whack. I mean, seriously, it's like, you know what? I will sit here with my Diet Coke and my Netflix and my puppy, and I'm good. And I Chinese just came to the door, and I got me some sweet and sour chicken. I'm really good. I don't, I'm not all about that. But I did not feel good. I felt like a car running on bad gas. I don't even know how to explain it. And 3 months ago, I remember I'd wake up, and 2 hours after I woke up, I was ready to go back to bed again. I don't know. And I'm 44 years old, and I thought, you know what? When you get older, you just kind of fall into the grandma status. You just kind of like give up, because that's what everybody does, and you don't have to. 3 months ago, I started walking, and when I first started, I could only go around my block maybe a couple of times. I weighed myself, and I was 248, almost 250 pounds. That is a lot of weight. I'm only 5'5", so that shocked me. I think that was one thing that scared me half to death. So I just decided, I'm just going to start walking, and I'm going to start cutting this out and that out and whatever else. And it's just kind of like escalated to, okay, how many ounces of water do I need to drink a day? How much of this, how much of that, how many carbs does this have? I started doing all this research, and it's 3 months later, I've lost 30 pounds, and I can walk up to 4 miles a day, almost every day. And I am now to the point where I'm starting to try to condition my body to run again. I used to run when I was younger, and I'm trying to kind of like speed walk and then slow down, speed walk and slow down, get my heart and everything used to going. So anyway, I'm sorry this is long-winded. I kind of wanted to give a kind of like a outline of myself and what I've been going through, and I hope that this will help somebody, because I know that when I was sitting here and I was feeling frumpy, and I would look at everybody and think, oh, this person is so much better than I am, and I'll never be this and never be that. Well, you know what? I might not never be that supermodel. I might not ever be, you know, this person or that person or whatever, but I can be the best me that I could possibly be. And that's all I'm aiming for. I really would hate to think that anybody was in where I was at 3 months ago. And I'm still here. I'm not completely out of it. I am still struggling. It's hard. It's not easy to do it all. It's hard to get up every day and, you know, drink that much water some days. Some days it's hard to get out there and walk when I just really want to fall back into my old routine, and I have to tell myself no. I mean, I have to make myself move. You know, one thing that it has helped me, that I've seen that has really helped with, is my sleeping. At night, I sleep so much better. I could go to sleep. When I would go to sleep at night, I would take melatonin. And it started out at 1, then it went to 2, which is a lot. So when I woke up in the morning, I was still tired, so I would start with the energy drinks, the more potent energy drinks. So I was kind of like slamming myself to sleep and waking myself up, and then I would, you know, take my antidepressant medication, and, you know, then my ibuprofen I would be just dumping in myself all day long to combat the headaches that I was having. And the energy drinks are gone, the caffeine is gone. It's been replaced with water for the last 3 months. The only and I don't take ibuprofen anymore either. The only thing I'm taking right now is my antidepressant, and that is until I can get it regulated with my doctor and my counselor, and I don't know like when that is going to happen. I'm kind of like at their mercy with that. So I trust them that they're going to do the right thing as far as that goes. So it's the only thing I'm doing right now. I really wish that I didn't have to deal with that, but I do need to learn some coping skills with anxiety and whatnot. So yeah, so that's me, and I am going to be doing some transformation. It's early in the morning right now, so I look a hot mess, but it was the only time I could really do this without my puppy bouncing all over me and my 8-year-old screaming mom. So I kind of did this as is, and this is how I wake up in the morning. And I just really want to help people, and maybe this is going to even help me along the way. I can look back and reference my own self. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, just comment below, and I will answer you, and I'll be making more videos along the way. So thanks for watching, and everybody have a good day. Thanks.